Hi, this is Mike Hersey, and today I'm going to talk a bit about goal finding. Now, I expect probably quite a lot of you who've done some kind of goal setting sessions before, but you have probably experienced at some point that you've set some kind of goal and then not achieved it and wondered why, or you've set some kind of goal but you didn't really feel very passionate about it, or maybe you achieved a goal and then you thought, why the heck am I doing this? And I still don't feel how I wanted to feel. And in fact, that happened to a friend of mine just recently. He was doing very well in his medical career, and he was just doing some more professional exams, and he was revising. And 4 days before the exams, he suddenly thought, why the heck am I doing this? I don't even want to do this. I want to be a writer. So he'd actually achieved quite a high degree of success, but it wasn't really fulfilling him the way he wanted it to. So I had my own experience about 18 years ago as well, of realising that in one area of my life I really needed to change direction. So a few years ago I put together a series of questions that to help people find what they really want in different areas of their life. And at a little workshop round at a friend's house, I presented these questions, and we did the questions. And no one really said much afterwards, so I thought, okay. And about 4 years afterwards, I was with some of the same people, and this topic came up in conversation. And one of the guys said, "Oh yeah, that thing you did, yeah, that had a really profound effect on me." Did it? Oh, okay. So it was quite useful then. He's, oh yeah, it's really a big effect. So, oh, okay. So, just recently I was having a conversation with my dad actually about some stuff that he was thinking of doing, and it occurred to me that this is still quite an important thing. So I thought, well, maybe other people would find this helpful as well. So what I've done, I've got a lot more questions than this, but I've picked 10 of them to read through to you, to see if they help stir any feelings that maybe I'm not going in quite the right direction, or to help you find out which direction you want to go in. So what I'm going to suggest is you go through these with a friend. If you download them from a website, get a friend, and so one person be the question master and the other person give the answers. And then maybe you swap over. It's important that you tell a friend what you want to do it for, and you give it some importance, and it needs to be someone that's going to support you totally, so that so that what you want is someone that's going to make sure they get a congruent answer from you. Okay, a congruent answer, and then maybe when you've gone through it, then you can swap over. And it might take an hour in each direction, possibly. Now, I'm going to suggest that you ask questions these same questions in multiple areas of your life, or you consider them in multiple areas of your life, such as health, relationships, money, career, enjoyment and experiences in life, stuff, things you want to have, spiritual side of your life, and contribution, that sort of thing. So if you don't feel like asking questions in all those areas of your life, then I'm going to suggest that your unconscious mind does it for you. Now, another point is these questions are not necessarily going to be comfortable. I know certainly for one of these, when it was essentially asked of me about 18 years ago, it plunged me into a feeling of, oh my God, this is a really horrible place to be, I need to do something about this. But it was absolutely essential that I had to deal with the issue that it brought up. And I'm really, really glad it did, because it changed my life for the better immeasurably by doing so. But it was tough. And you may find that some of these questions raise difficult things for you, because perhaps you've invested quite a lot, either emotionally, intellectually, or in time or money, in going in a particular direction. And you may find that to realise, actually, I need to change direction, could be really painful to do that. But if you are going in the wrong direction in one particular area of your life, then continuing to go in that direction isn't necessarily going to help you in the long run. Because if you do finally get to a goal that you set out to achieve, if it's not really what you want to do, it's not ultimately going to give you the satisfaction you might have been actually seeking. So if you find that in one of these areas of your life, one of these questions becomes really, really uncomfortable to answer, that's probably a clue, from my experience, that that's going to be a really, really beneficial area of your life to look at. So not every question is necessarily going to hit the spot, but I hope one of them has some benefit for you. Okay? So, question number 1. Is your life looking like it's going to be an example or a warning? Number 2. Just imagine you're a very old person, you've still got your marbles, that perhaps your strength is beginning to fade, and you're sitting in, say, a rocking chair or something, overlooking some beautiful view, and you feel very relaxed, and you look over your life and you ask yourself, is there anything you regret not having done or not having been? Number 3, just supposing you found a magic lamp and a genie's popped out and said, I can give you one skill or ability or quality that up to now you haven't had. What would that be? And if you don't have it now, then how certain are you that you couldn't get it anyway, even if there was no genie? How certain are you that you couldn't find someone that could help you either overcome an obstacle to achieve it, or to teach you how to do it, or perhaps to teach you how to do something in a safe way? Number 4, is there something in your life in which you always persist and succeed pretty much no matter what? Maybe if there's something that you are not recognizing as a skill, because I think that's definitely something a lot of people have. They have some kind of skill and they don't recognize it as a skill. Number 5, what do you pay to do, or what appeals to you so much you would pay to do it? If there's something that you really enjoy and you're willing to pay for it, to either have that experience or to appreciate what someone else does, like listening to music or watching some sport or something like that, are you certain there's no way in which you could find some way of turning your interest and passion into a benefit? Number 6, what are you passionate about? What are you really passionate about? What do you hold really strong views about, for example, and you feel strongly about it? Is there something that people tend to come and ask you for advice on? Is there something which you are the go-to person for help with something? Number 8, is there something you really enjoy that other people call work? So is there something that you do it because you enjoy it, and other people, they only do it because they have to? If you wanted to do something that would have some ongoing effect 100 years from now, what would that effect be? And what would you have to be doing now in order to achieve it? Okay, number 10. Ask 10 people you know. Explain the reason you're asking this question. Say, look, I'm trying to just help, find my direction in certain areas or something. Is there something I'm really, really good at, or something which you think I've got skills better than most people, or that is one of my best skills that I should focus on? Now, if you ask 10 people this, you may get a surprising answer, because a pattern may emerge out of the things that people say that you hadn't expected. And if that happens and it's not something you'd ever perhaps previously perceived as being a skill or an ability or something that was particularly of value, perhaps it's time to take a fresh look at that. So those were the 10 questions, which is a subset of the ones you can download from the website. If you go to emergentwisdom.com and look for goal finding, you'll find it. I hope they've been useful. I hope that's given you some food for thought, and if you do have any interesting experiences as a result of it, or if you've got additional questions that you think may be helpful for other people, please let me know.